Hey friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing so well, and welcome back to another thrifty video. Today I have my new puppy here with me. This is little Gracie. She is 3 months old, and I thought it'd be really fun. I saw a dog in Goodwill the other day. Somebody had them in her cart, and it was so cute. And I was like, this is the first time I've had a dog small enough that I feel like I could take her into Goodwill with me. She's just a little baby. So I think we're gonna try to take her thrifting with us today. I'm a full-time reseller, so I'm gonna look for pieces to resell online on eBay and Poshmark and Depop. But I thought it'd be fun to see what it is like bringing a puppy with me into the thrift store. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, you'll never see this video. So yes, we're gonna take our little fluff ball with us, and hopefully she's a good girl in the thrift store because I need to find some good pieces to resell. So with no further ado, let's head to Goodwill and see how this little puppy does there. So this is the first time I've had Gracie in the car by herself with just me. We brought her home in the car, obviously, but she was doing so well. And then I brought this tote bag just like on the whim. I was like, maybe she can fit in this. And I put her in this, and it was literally the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. She looked like a little stuffed animal just hanging out in my tote bag, and she did so good. You can see here, as soon as I got in the Goodwill, I went to the new racks, I figured out what the color of the day was, and then I just started looking through, and she has never been around like very many people before. She's never been in a store, and this was all new for her, and she was just looking around, and I cannot with how cute this is. But I'm searching through these new racks because it's my best advice when you're at a thrift store. The first place I always look is there a new rack on the floor? I figure out what color they're putting out that day, and then I'm able to go through all the rest of the pieces in the store looking for that color to see what the new pieces are that are coming out, because those pieces are going to have the least amount of eyes on them so far. People haven't usually looked through them, so I'm one of the first people to see those pieces. So that's where I was. And then I put her in the little bag, in the little baby part of the cart. And guys, she stayed so good and so calm throughout this entire process. It was so sweet. So she just kind of cuddled up in that little bag. And then eventually you'll see too, she just falls asleep. I would say she probably falls asleep for like a solid hour. And it was the most adorable thing. I went to look at these shoes real quick. I thought it said Free People, but I think it says Pioli. They were kind of too worn, so I left those behind. I did find this pair of Choco Z-straps, and I love selling Chocos, but I was looking at the comps, and they weren't necessarily great for these. Like, maybe they could resell for 15 bucks. They're $5.99. I put them in the cart, and then I decided to not buy them later on. But then they were wheeling out a new rack again, so I had to go take a peek, and I'm glad I did because I found this quince piece on that new rack, as well as quite a few other really nice pieces too. So I was just kind of figuring out what this piece was. I left that behind. This English Factory top, I like to sell that brand. I don't know about tops from them, so I'm going to put it on the edge of my cart to look up to see if it's worth it. But then I saw that one quince piece, and then there's two more right here. And actually there's a dress as well that's going to be on this new rack. So I'm really happy that I got to the new rack first before everybody else. And I thought this Fair Isle J. Jill sweater was actually really cute too. I did end up leaving it behind because I was trying to be really selective with what pieces I was bringing home. But I really do feel like that would have been a good piece to pick up too. It was only $4.99. And then this piece I thought was just beautiful. This blue kind of, I would say, horizontal ribbed sweater. It was from Ann Taylor. And then this green one was from Gap. Then there's an Aerie sweater. So not brands I typically pick up, but some really nice quality pieces. And then Gracie has now fallen asleep. And these are the other pieces I had grabbed from that new rack. That quince dress, that Athleta piece, the quince pieces you saw, the English Factory piece, as well as another quince piece. And then this like cashmere sweater. And then I was in the jacket section, and this piece is amazing. This vintage piece for $4.99, this Colts jacket. I love to sell things like this, and I'm shocked that this was only $5. Usually coats at my Goodwill are at least $10. And you can see Sleeping Grace again in all of these clips. She is so asleep. It is so cute. So then I found a little place to sort my cart. That piece I was just holding up was a Burton coat, and right before I check out, I'm going to find some stains on it, so I didn't end up buying it, but I'm sorting through my cart to see what pieces are yeses, what are nos. I found that dress, and it was the new color of the week too. Then this is an Alexander Wang piece, which I love to sell Alexander Wang, but it's Tea by Alexander Wang, which is more like their diffusion label, so it's not nearly as expensive as a just Alexander Wang piece. So I didn't buy it because the comps weren't very good. And then this piece too, I wanted to show you guys this brand. It's Tory Richards, which would be an amazing piece to pick up. If this was a printed dress, it could resell for like $65, $75. But anything that was like a plain piece I saw was selling for only like $20. So even though this is a good brand, I would be cautious to make sure that the style too is worth picking up. This is a Bekah swim piece. It's a cover-up. And again, the comps weren't good for their swim cover-ups. Definitely better for some of their swim pieces. And so I left it behind, and Gracie was doing so well. At this point, it's been like an hour. I got some things. I checked out. I saw so many people that loved my little puppy in the Goodwill, but I'll show you what I found when we get home. So we made it back from the thrift store, and Gracie did so good. I was so impressed by just how calm and quiet she was, because at home she is not always calm and quiet, that is for sure. But I also was just like, is that not the cutest thing in the world? All those clips of her falling asleep in my bag in the cart. The cutest time I've ever had in Goodwill by far. So that was very exciting to have her with me. She's gonna go play now with Otis, I'm sure. She wants to play with the tennis ball and not sit here with me, so that's okay. But I loved taking you guys thrifting with me today. I found some amazing things, and I got 3 pairs of shoes and quite a few pieces of clothing to resell, and I was trying to be selective and just find some pieces that should resell for $35 and above, and I feel like I kind of succeeded on that. This first thing I found is a pair of Hokas, and these are actually a really good style of Hoka to sell. I feel like because they're a little bit more interesting and because they're not as common, they have a really good sales price and a pretty good sell-through rate too. So these are the Hopara, Hopara. They're more of like a sandal, if you will, Hoka, but it still has the really like nice, kind of almost like Vibram-esque tip to the shoe and to the bottom. And they do have some wear to the bottom of the shoe. Like they're not in perfect condition, but I still feel like they had a lot of good tread. And so I decided to pick them up because a lot of the comps are between $50 and $70 for these shoes. And so I thought even with some wear to them, I probably could still get $50, and these were only $9.99. So they're also a men's size 14, which is a great size. So I was really pleased with those. Huge pair of shoes, great size. Glad to have found them. And then nearby, I also found this pair of Hokas, and these I ended up buying for my husband. These bottoms look pretty good. They also have a kind of like a running insert on the inside, and they're in his size an 11. So I was excited to find those for $9.99 for him as well. Those were nice. And he's a runner, and so he's constantly wearing out his shoes. So I'm constantly thrifting them for him. And then I think I even showed you guys me finding this. I think this was on a new rack, was it? I don't remember, but it was $7.99, and it is this really fun, like athletic style dress, kind of a little bit of a fit and flare A-line, and it has this white detailing going down the front. I did a reverse image search, and this is still being sold on Abercrombie's website for, I think, like over $80, and so I was excited about that. I did look this up. It's from YPB, Your Personal Best. It's a size large, and this feels brand new. Like, it doesn't even feel like they have ever worn it or washed it. Like, she's in impeccable condition, and some YPB stuff does not sell for good money, so you have to be selective about what you pick up. But Abercrombie, I just really have been liking selling it lately, and this piece in particular, I saw that this dress should resell for close to $50. So I was like, okay, for $7.99, I will do that. That was good. And then that new rack came out, and I found on that new rack quite a few great pieces from brands I like to sell. I found some Quince pieces. Love Quince. And so I grabbed a few of those Quince pieces. I did leave behind 2 button-down shirts that were just kind of more like run-of-the-mill, not super special. I did pick up this cotton blouse, and it's this peasant-style blouse from Quince. It's in a size large, and a lot of the comps were around $35 for this on eBay, so I thought that was pretty good. It's 100% organic cotton, and the thing I like about Quince too is if you look on their tags, they usually have this little like barcode portion, and underneath the barcode it tells you exactly what the style name is of this. So this is the 100% organic cotton gauze peasant blouse in indigo blue, and it's in a size large. It tells you everything, which is so helpful. This was $4.99, so I should be able to resell that for close to $35, and it looked like they were selling quickly because that's like a more modern piece. It's still being sold on their website, I think. And then this piece I knew was a win as soon as I saw it, because I have looked at this piece on Quince's website. I saw this piece in person while I was in New York City at that YouTube event. This is a little dress, and it's absolutely adorable. It has this kind of seam detailing going down the front here, little buttons, and it's also in a size large from Quince. And then this was $7.99, and this is called the 100% European linen short sleeve swing dress in deep navy, a size large. And I like that it has the short sleeves, so that makes it even more valuable. This dress though retails, I think, for like $70, $80, and the comps are really good. Even though it's not super expensive retail, it still looks like it should sell for quickly around $50. So that was exciting to find that. I really liked that. Same spot on that new rack. I did grab this. I'm actually really happy and very excited about this. This pink is really cute. People love an athletic piece in pink. The Sonic pink from Lululemon is always like so good. This one I feel like should do well too. This is from Athleta, and it is a newer piece. It's in a size medium, but this is new with tags, and it wasn't really even marked up. This was $5.99, and it is the Salutation crop jacket. I have sold so many pairs of Salutation leggings, and so I know this fabric is popular, and this was originally $119, and it doesn't look like it was even on sale or anything. I thought the color was amazing. I didn't look this up. I probably should have. I always am telling people to look things up, but when I saw that pink new with tags for $5, I was like, it was a no-brainer for me. I would assume I can resell that for around $50 as well. That's the hope. Now, this might be one of the lower price sales from today, but I think that this is going to sell quickly because this is pretty niche, and I do think it's a great piece. So this is a long sleeve, kind of like olive green, brownish colored piece. And I was curious because this logo and the little tag looked so interesting. And so I was curious. You have to be curious in this job. And I looked it up, and it's called Dry Fire, and it's called Comfortable FR Wear. So apparently, from me doing some digging, this is fire resistant material. So like if you are a firefighter, or if you're doing something like welding, things like that, like this would be a really nice piece to have. And they are kind of expensive as well. And it's a size extra large, great size. Doesn't appear to have anything wrong with it. $4.99 for a fire resistant shirt. Like I think that should resell for around $25. Should be pretty quick too. And then I did grab these shirts. I found, I would say, about 10 of these together. Somebody donated their entire collection of this exact same shirt in different colors, but they are all from Abercrombie & Fitch, and they're men's pieces. So I wouldn't normally buy these to resell. I looked at the comps, probably like $15, probably not worth it for $4.99, but I did grab these because they're super nice. They're the soft A&F Essentials, relaxed fit. It's a nice little t-shirt. I grabbed one for my brother-in-law, and then I grabbed this one for my husband because it's so soft, and I just thought he would look really cute in that. So I'll make him try it on, and if it doesn't look good on him, then I can return it. So that's good. I did grab one piece for myself. I know I just did a closet declutter, and I've been trying to really be careful about what I'm picking up, but you guys are gonna laugh at me. I love this color. I love a brown. So even though it's like the same color as most everything in my wardrobe, I don't have a tank top like this. I feel like this would be so cute. I love this cut of tank top. Every tank top I have in this cut, I wear. It's from Old Navy, and it's an extra large tall, which I never find tall pieces for $3. I thought that would be really cute for layering for me. And then I found this piece, and I was going back and forth until I looked up what this is as well. But this, it kind of looks like a bra, but it is supposed to be like a crop top athletic shirt. And this is from Athleta as well. It was only, what, did I pay $3.99 for this? And it's from Athleta in a size large. But again, I've sold a lot of like salutation pieces, so I was pretty confident that this is called the salutation like V-neck crop or something like that. This color is gorgeous. It's a beautiful green color. And these style of tops from Athleta were reselling for like 30 bucks. So I was like, okay, $3.99 into maybe $30, $35. I would be totally down with that. I did buy this one pair of Danskos to resell. I thought these were really nice. I love the brown leather on these. I thought these were really cool. These were in a wide, which is good. I feel like having a specialized size is great. Size European 40, so what, a 9 wide probably, maybe a 10 wide. They were $8.99, and I put down my phone because it needed to charge, but I looked these up, and they're supposed to be distressed looking, so I feel like they have some wear on them, but they are intentionally supposed to look like darker at the toes. And so I feel like the condition is actually pretty good on these. And so a lot of these, if they were like new, a lot of these were selling for around $100. Like these are sought after Danskos apparently. I think I can probably get closer to $50. That's what I'm gonna hope for with these. Those look to be in pretty good shape and looks to be pretty sought after. Okay, we have 2 more pieces. I didn't even tell you how much I spent. In total, I spent $61 or something like that. $71. Okay, 71 bucks. This one is a shocking find. I grabbed this coat. I found 2 jackets, this one and that Burton one, and I was about to check out with that Burton jacket, and then I realized that it had stains, or at least like markings all down the arm, and I am not in the mood to be dealing with more stained items right now. Even though it was cheap, I left it behind. You should be proud of me. I did pick up this coat though. This is so cool. This vintage NFL Colts jacket. This is neat, guys. Like, this is super cool. It has the Colts all over it. It has NFL over here on the sleeve. And I don't know what was going on. Maybe they were changing their pricing strategy. I dearly hope so. But this is what the tag looks like on the inside. NFL, super cool. This was $4.99. And usually jackets and coats at my stores are like at least $9.99. So I don't know how I scored this for $4.50 because I also got 10% off of everything because I spent over $25. But I felt like that was amazing. And it's in a size extra large. So a vintage looking NFL extra large coat for the Colts. I feel like that was a steal. I will sell that, and it'll probably resell for at least 50 bucks. Felt good about that. And then the very last piece I grabbed was, again, part of the new color. So when I find out what the new color of the day is that they're putting out, I always go and look through all the sections that I'm curious about to see if there's more things that they put out that's also new. And that's where I found this piece. It's this beautiful, like, black, loose knit, I would say vest. I don't think this is a dress. But it's a sweater material, really beautiful, and it's from the brand Vince. I love selling Vince. Not everybody does, but this is a size medium, and I just thought this was a beautiful piece, like very classic, timeless, and that's a lot of the pieces I've been picking up recently. I'm really leaning into that classic and timeless look, and that's just what I like to list. But it also tells me what the style like code is for this, so I will look that up. Again, I didn't look this up. My phone was getting close to dying because I was spending too much time recording my adorable puppy and not really paying attention to clothes. But it was 100% cotton, and I just thought that was really classy. Like, I could see this being dressed up and worn to the office. I felt like it was so cute. So that was, I think, like $3.99 for that. I don't have the tag iterate. I must have pulled it off. But all of that for $71. Even just having the Danskos and that like pink Athleta piece, those were so good. The quinces, like I felt really good about everything I found, and I was able to do it with a puppy in my cart. Like, I feel pretty proud of that. That's pretty good. Now I even have more respect too for moms that take their babies in carts while they're thrifting. That is like stressful work. I don't know how people do it with kids. Like, that's a lot. So those are what I was able to find today. I hope you guys enjoyed coming thrifting with me. If you do, you know, if you hit that subscribe button, it really helps to support my channel, and hitting the like button does too. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And until the next video, bye.